There we go. All right. So, examples of math in real life. Anything that you've come across in this last week. So I'll unmute you. Anybody think of something that you came across? I'll start off the thinking. And I was talking to the sixth graders earlier, and it was, I don't know, when I was laying in bed this morning, it sounded like a lot better example, but whatever. Um, oops, sorry about that. I use a ton of Kleenex every day. And I was just wondering how much Kleenex people use on average, maybe yearly. And so that would be definitely a math problem to figure out. I think that I would definitely be on the high end of that average. um, any other examples that people can think of? Well, while you're thinking, somebody came up here, wants to say hello. So I'll turn on my webcam for just a second, maybe. Let the cat say hello, and then I'm gonna have to put him down on the ground. Okay, kitty. Say hi to everyone. Don't sniff the computer, just say hello. Okay. All right, that's enough. All right, so nobody can think of anything. Well, guys, you got to start thinking about this stuff as it happens to you. I mean, you do use math every day, um, whether or not you're really thinking about it. Perhaps you. Sorry, why does it keep doing that to me? Perhaps you baked cookies and you had to follow a recipe um, and measure things out. That's using math. Maybe you had to use some estimation skills. And Tyler, I'm not quite sure what that means, but hopefully that's an example of using math in real life. But we are about to move on. All right. We had some pretty fun stuff today, actually. You kind of switched gears with what you're learning. You are starting to talk about telling time, calculating elapsed time, and then they also threw in a little lesson on volume. So we'll talk about all of those different topics today. And then at the end, it's never a bad thing to just, keep practicing our long division. So we can practice that as well. But this is kind of a nice little switch. I have a fun little brain pop video for us to watch. Hi, Vero. Thanks for joining. I have a fun little brain pop video for us to watch on elapsed time. And then we will actually practice telling time and calculating time. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
I know, but Mom gave us strict orders to be home by 6 o'clock sharp for dinner. Well, the movie is an hour and 35 minutes long. If we figure out exactly what time the movie lets out, we'll know whether we can make it home in time. Dear Tim and Moby, what is elapsed time? From Towson. Elapsed time is the amount of time that elapses or passes from the start of an activity to the end. Knowing how to solve elapsed time problems is important for making plans, like catching a cool new sci-fi action flick. It's also an important part of time management in general. Like, if you crawl out of bed at 7:35 and school starts at 8, you'll know how much time you have to get ready. Well, your days of tardiness are numbered, my friend. There are tons of ways to solve elapsed time problems, but we'll stick with two: the cutout clock with movable hands and the T-chart. Don't worry, you'll get it after we try a few examples. First, let's figure out when Time Twisters is really going to start. It says it's starting at 3:10, but we know there will be about 15 minutes of previews and commercials first. So what time will the movie really start? Let's use the T-chart for this one. We write the starting time above the left column and minutes above the right column. We know previews take 15 minutes, so we fill the right column with 5-minute intervals until we total 15. Then we add 5 minutes at a time to the start time. The time we get when we catch up to the right column is our answer. Okay, let's try another one with the clock. We took the 2:20 bus and got to the movie theater at 2:55. How long did the bus ride last? To the clock. First, we set the hands to the starting time. Then we move the minute hand 5 minutes at a time, counting as we move to the finish time. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35 minutes. And that's how long the bus ride lasted. Right, the T-chart and the clock both use the same basic strategy. Take the starting time, then add minutes in bite-sized chunks until you reach the ending time. This way, the strategy also works for larger units of time, like days, weeks, months, and years. So we can calculate how many days we'd have to wait if we want to see the movie next Tuesday, or what year it'll be when Time Twisters 2, the sequel, comes out 3 years from now. Exactly. Use the same T-chart, but just replace minutes with days or years. Or swap out the clock for a calendar. But that's a problem for another time. Back to minutes and hours. Let's use both the clock and the T-chart for something that lasts longer than an hour, like the 3:10 showing of Time Twisters. We simply tackle the hours first, then the minutes. First, remember we already figured out that after the previews, the movie won't start until 3:25. The movie is 1 hour and 35 minutes long, so let's add that hour first. Then let's add 35 minutes, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35. Since the minute hand has made a full circle on the clock, we advance the hour 1 more hour. And there you have it. The movie ends at exactly 5 o'clock. We'll confirm that by drawing 2 T-charts, one for hours and one for minutes. Starting with hours, we add 1 to each column. That gets us to 4:25, which we plug into the second chart as our new starting time. Now we can add minutes by 5. There you have it. We'll be out of Time Twisters at 5 o'clock with an hour to spare before dinner. Right, even with a 35-minute bus ride, we'll definitely make it home in time. Of course, that assumes the bus doesn't take 3 days to get here.
Okay, that was pretty exciting. All right, guys, I turned your microphones back on. You're probably not going to need them for this next little part because we're going to take the quiz and you can type into the chat A, B, C, or D for the answers. Okay, here we go. This is a pretty cool little movie. I like that one. All right, we're going to take the graded quiz. And here we go. Number 1. Which of these is most likely to be the basis for an elapsed time problem? A basketball hoop, a basketball game, or a basketball court? There's only one good answer here, and all of you have got it. Thank you. Basketball game. For solving elapsed time problems, what advantage does the T-chart technique have over the cutout clock? More accurate, easier to understand, it calculates elapsed time automatically, or it's faster and easier to set up. Good. I'm seeing most people, and you can send this to me privately. That would probably be the best way to send your answers. It's faster and easier to set up. That's probably the correct answer. And they'll tell us at the end if we missed any. Which of the 4 basic math operations is most applicable to solving elapsed time problems? Are you mostly multiplying, dividing, adding, or subtracting? Good. I'm seeing most people say C. Which one of these clock reads 11:25? A, B, C, or D? Okay, good. 11:25. Perfect.
What? No.
Is that you, Jaden? All right. Use the cutout clock or T-chart. Whoa. Okay, we're getting a little bit of background noise. So if somebody else is in the room, maybe you can just mute yourself or close the door. Using a cutout clock or a T-chart helps make the concept of elapsed time more concrete. What is another word for concrete? Abstract, real, faint, or hard. So using a chart or a cutout clock would make it more abstract, which means hard to understand, kind of. Real, faint, which means light, light colored. So the only good answer here is B. Makes it more real. Good. Which of the following time intervals would you use to calculate the ending time of a television show lasting 55 minutes? So would I count, basically they're asking you, would I count by fives? Would I count by twos? Would I count by one? Or would I count by tens? Good. Very nice. Yeah, it makes sense to count by fives because it ends in a five. Perfect. Which of these would be most useful in calculating how long you'll have to wait to get a driver's license? And you guys being in fourth grade, probably are not going to be using minutes, a stop clock, or a clock on a wall. There's only one good answer here, and you will be using calendars. A pie that takes 45 minutes to bake is put in the oven at 11:40. What time will it be ready? I'm going to give you a minute to calculate this one. Count by probably fives. Yeah, fives. Okay. Getting a lot of people. Well, actually, I've gotten a couple different answers. Okay. Maybe I'll draw this one because I'm getting a few different possibilities. So, of course, a circle is like the hardest thing for me to draw, but I'll do my best. Ah, okay, so that's 12 o'clock. 3, 6, 9. So 11 o'clock is about right here, and they said that they put it in at 11:40, which is about right there. So really what I need to do is count by fives, and I know I'm going to be somewhere in the 12 o'clock hour because I'm already almost to 12 o'clock. So let's just count. So 5 minutes is going to make it 12 o'clock. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. I can't do it with this picture. I'm sorry, I'm terrible at drawing. So basically, there's only two good choices. Is it going to be 12:25 or 12:50? Those were the only two that I got in the chat. And I'm getting, most people are saying A. So that's what I'll choose. Band practice started at 3:07 and ended at 3:57. How long was band practice? This one's pretty easy. Did it last 17 minutes, 30 minutes, 37 minutes, or 50? Good. Most people are saying D. Last question. An airplane takes off half past noon, so you can think of that as 12:30, and travels due south. The flight is 4 hours, 15 minutes long. What time will the plane land? So 12:30 is your starting time, and you are on a flight that takes 4 hours and 15 minutes. I'll give you a hint. It's still going to be in the PM hour, so it's going to be either A or C because noon is 12:30 p.m. So it's either going to be A or C. Okay, good job, Jaden. That's correct. Very nice, Kendall. Okay, I'm getting most people saying C, and that actually is right. So let's view our results. We got them all right. Good job, guys. That's all right, Tyler. I mean, sometimes you just have to kind of think in your head. Add 4 hours to 12:30, and right away you're already at 4:30 p.m. Then add another 15 minutes, and you would have ended up at 4:45. So that's okay. All right, here we go. Sorry, I have to pull up Firefox for this next little game that we're gonna play because for whatever reason, Google Chrome doesn't like it. Where is it? No. Okay, so Firefox closed on me, which makes me a little sad, but I'll pull it up quickly. Don't worry. I know my browser's out of date. I don't care. Because I don't use Firefox that often. I use Google Chrome. Okay, here we go. We're going to play a little time match game, basically. So we're going to be matching the clocks. All right. Almost there. Sorry. Okay, I think it's, there we go. All right. So make sure you have your chat open. She'll be typing most of your answers into there. Let's just wait for it to come up. Things are taking a while today. Very sorry. You can see probably at the bottom of my screen that it's almost loaded. See that blue bar down there? That's, yeah. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay, so that's taken a while. Maybe I'm just like, okay, there we go. I was about to turn it off because I'm super impatient waiting for things. And it's still not ready. Sorry, fourth graders. Somebody tell a joke. Oh, geez. All right. Let me work on that for a second while we do something else. Ah, that's okay. We have other things. I was just going to play this little game first, but we'll go right into it. Okay, so let's work on a fourth grade skill of calculating elapsed time. I think telling time is pretty easy for you guys. Calculating elapsed time is a little bit more complicated. So let's look at this clock. I'll do this first one with you. It's 8:30. It's showing 8:30. What time will it be in 9 hours and 15 minutes? In my head, I know that adding 15 minutes to anything that ends in 30, I know right away that I'm going to end up with something 45. So any answer that does not have the minute hand pointing to 45 would be incorrect. Now I have to figure out the hours. So adding 9 hours to 8:30. So let's see. That would be 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, and then like I said, adding that 15 minutes will leave you at, I did this one with you, 5:45. And really, guys, it's just as simple as counting, really. I mean, I just literally counted 9 hours. I said 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours. So I know I'm in the 5 o'clock hour, and then I added my minutes. Okay, type a Y into the chat if that made sense. Okay, that was pretty easy. It's really kind of a counting game. All right, so this clock is showing 8 o'clock. I can tell because my minute hand is pointing straight up there. So what time will it be in 6 hours and 15 minutes? Well, right away, you should be able to see that the correct answer is going to have the minute hand pointing to 15 minutes, which is located right here where your 3 normally shows. So any other answer is going to be incorrect. So you can call this clock A and this clock B. And you know that in 6 hours and 15 minutes, without even doing the problem, it has to be 2:15. It has to be this one. Okay, I'm going to let you guys do this next one. I keep doing them. All right, look at the clock. This says 2:45. What time will it be in 7 hours? Good, Jaden. Very nice, Vero. Good. All right, I'm getting all correct answers. It will be 9:45. If you just had to figure this out and they didn't show you these two choices, all you would have to do is just add the 7 hours. So I would just count by the hours. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know I'm going to be in the 9 o'clock hour or 9:45. Perfect. Okay, let's try another one. This is a fun clock. It says 1 o'clock. The minute hand is pointing straight up at the 12 and the hour is at 1. What time will it be in 2 hours? Oh my goodness, that is easy. Good job, Tyler. Excellent, Jaden. Wow, they made that one really simple. Okay. Will, don't forget to type your answers into the chat, okay? All right, look at this clock. It says 8:15. What time will it be in 4 hours? Just add 8 plus 4, basically. Very nice, Vero. Will it be clock A or clock B? A, B. Oh, I'm getting a lot of different answers, actually. The correct answer in 4 hours would be 12:15 because look, here's 1 hour, so it would be 9:15. 2 hours would be 10:15. 3 hours would be 11:15. 4 hours would equal 12:15. The clock that shows 12:15 is B. Let's try a few more. Okay, this clock says 2:15. What time will it be in 4 hours and 15 minutes? Add your 15 minutes, you're going to end up with the minute hand pointing at the 6. Now add 4 hours to 2 o'clock, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it would end up being, well, look at the two different choices you have, Will. You have a choice of 6:30 or you have a choice of 8:30. Those are your only two choices. Basically, what I just added was 4 plus 2. It would be 6:30. Let's practice more. This clock shows 11:15. What time will it be in 11 hours and 45 minutes? I'm going to do this one with you because it's a little bit more complicated because you're going to have to add 11 hours. Let's start with the hours. Just watch my mouse, okay? Here's 1 hour, so plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5 hours, plus 6 hours, 7 hours, plus 8 hours, plus 9 hours, plus 10 hours, plus 11 hours. I would know I'm going to end up in the 10 o'clock hour, and then how many minutes? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay, so then I ended up here and I added 45 minutes to 15 minutes. So basically I changed that 10 up to 11 and I would end up at 11 o'clock. Perfect. Come on. There we go. All right, look at this clock. It says 5:06. See, it's pointing to the 6 right after the 5. So 5:06. What time will it be in 5 hours and 34 minutes? Go for it. And I'll just walk you through it. Anybody who's kind of struggling, I'm going to add my hours first. So I'm going to add 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to end up in the 10 o'clock hour. Then I'm going to add 34 minutes to 6 minutes. What's 34 plus 6? Yes, very nice, Tyler. 34 plus 6 is 40. Thank you. So I would end up at 10:40. Okay. Couple more. Look at this clock. It says 11:46. See how it's showing 1 minute after the 45? So 11:46. Wow, this is going to take you a minute. What time will it be in 7 hours and 51 minutes? Add the hours first and then worry about your minutes. Good, Jaden. Good, Tyler. Yeah, there's only really one reasonable answer if you figure out the hours first. Okay, I'm giving Will a little bit more time. For those of you who have figured out which clock it is, take it a step further and figure out the exact time. Like actually write it down. Okay. All right. And I'm getting most people saying clock A. That's correct. All right, guys, we're going to kind of move on. I see some people who can use a little extra help with elapsed time. So I will try to find some extra practice for those people. Most of us did really well. So we'll move on to, let's see. This might have come up. Yay, it did. It finally came up. That took forever to load. That was crazy. Okay, so here's what I need you to help me with. I need to match the time on the digital clock. Here's my digital clock. Easy to read. Everybody loves digital. By clicking the arrows. So basically I need to move the minute hands. So do I have a volunteer to speak up and tell me if I'm going the right way, wrong way, what I need to do with the minute hand and, I'm sorry, the
I
minute.
can.
Okay, go ahead, Jaden.
Well, go up, I think.
Okay.
Oh, I thought on the digital clock.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry. Yes. I'm making the digital clock match the face clock. Okay, do I go up again?
Um, one more.
Okay.
Then the minutes are 25. Go to
Perfect.
25.
Okay. Let's check. Yay! See, it's a clock. The clock ringing. That's pretty funny. All right. Somebody else had said that they would volunteer to try one. Who was that?
Me.
Okay, me, which I think is Vero. Go ahead and tell me how I'm going to make my digital clock match my face clock.
Um, Here we need to go up 1 hour and 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh, I think you're getting mixed up. Look at this. This is the hour
I
hand,
mean,
and this is the minute hand.
so we need 8. We need to go up 8 numbers at 9.
Nine
Good.
numbers. Yep.
The 9, 10.
9, 10. Okay. Yay!
Yay.
All right. Yeah, that's fine, Tyler. We'll see you back in a minute. Jaden, oh, not Jaden, sorry, you already went. Kendall, would you like to try this one?
Sure.
Okay, Kendall. So I'm going to match my digital clock with my face clock. What time does my face clock read?
12, 1 o'clock.
Okay. So, now they're going to let me. Okay, so now they want me to make the face clock into the digital clock. So now I have to drag the hands. Okay, so tell me when to stop for the minutes.
Stop.
Okay. Oh, you said right. Okay, why is that? It's being stupid. There we go. And now tell me when to stop for the hour. Woo.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Yay! Fantastic. All right. Will, this one's yours. Okay, so now I'm back
Okay.
to you. I'm matching the digital clock to what the face clock reads. What time does the face clock read, Will?
Right now,
Mm-hmm.
11:30.
Okay, so tell me when to stop.
Stop. No, back.
Okay. All
Stop.
right, and stop. Yay! Awesome. All right, Tyler, are you there? No, he's not there. I wanted him to try one. Okay, it's back to Jaden's turn. Okay, so Jaden, I'm making my digital clock match my face clock. So, what time does my face clock read?
Right now it's 1:45.
Okay.
1:45. So that clock can, so the hour hand can stay as it is,
Yep.
then go to 45 on the minutes.
Okay.
Stop! Go down.
Excellent. All right, this one's for Vero. Now I have to make this clock match my digital clock. So Vero, this is my minute hand. Okay, tell me when to stop on the minutes.
Why'd you disconnect? Stop.
Okay. Tell me when to stop on the hour hand.
Okay. Stop.
Okay. Very good. You guys got this. This was actually a lot of fun once it finally came up. Let's let Kendall do one more and then we'll move on. Oh, Tyler, you're here. Fantastic. You could do this next one. We are going to make my face clock match my digital clock. So Tyler, tell me when to stop with the hour hand.
Okay.
Okay?
Stop.
Now tell me when to stop with the minute hand.
Stop. Stop.
Okay. Good job. All right, last one for Kendall. And we are going to move the hands again. So Kendall, tell me when to stop with my minutes.
Stop.
Okay. Oop. There we go. Good enough. And for the hour?
Yeah. Stop.
Okay. All right. I need to move that up a little bit. Oh, well, it won't let me. It won't let me move it up. I know that it's supposed to be like right there on the actual 11, and it's not. There. Okay. Oh. They say that it needs to be closer to the 8. We're correct, so I don't know why it's. Oh, maybe. Okay, here. Gosh, that was finicky. Okay, well, whatever. We still understood the concept there. All right. Type a Y or an N, so yes or no, into the chat if you are understanding how to tell time and elapsed time. Okay. Yay! All right. So then we're going to kind of switch gears a little bit and go to volume. Have another cute little video for us to watch. And then we probably won't do the quiz after this one. We will just go into practice volume. And prisms is about as close as you're going to get. Okay, so enjoy for a couple minutes.
Don't break that, it's fragile. Dear Tim and Moby, how do I measure the volume of prisms? From Marta. Three-dimensional shapes like prisms can seem tricky to measure. And hard to draw. Not that difficult, really. Well, measuring the volume anyway. A prism is a solid with two parallel congruent bases. Their sides are parallelograms, and we name prisms by the shapes of their bases. Let's start with a regular rectangular prism, also known as a cube. This cube has sides that are 10 centimeters long. Now, the formula for finding the volume of a prism is the area of the base times the height. Our base is a square, and the area of a square can be found by multiplying the length times the width. That's 10 centimeters times 10 centimeters, and that's 100 centimeters squared. Now we multiply the area of the base times the height of the prism and get 1,000 centimeters cubed, or 1,000 cubic centimeters. Easy enough? The same formula, area of the base times height, will work with other rectangular prisms too. They're just not as easy as a 10 centimeter cube. Let's try a triangular prism. The formula for calculating the volume is the same, area of the base times the height. So first we find the area of the base. Hey Moby, do you remember the formula for a triangle's area? Right, 1/2 of the base times the height. This triangle has a base of 8 centimeters, and the height is 6 centimeters. So 1/2 of the base is 4 centimeters times 6 equals 24 square centimeters. Now the height of our prism is 10 centimeters. The area of our base times the height is 240 cubic centimeters. That's the volume. This formula works with prisms with bases of any shape. You just have to use the proper formula to find the area of that base and then multiply that by the prism's height. There we are. The volume of prisms. Stop that, you're going to break them. Well, at least one of them didn't break.
Okay. All right. So that's actually probably a little bit more than you guys are working on, really, but that's not a bad thing. So we're going to practice a little bit of volume problems. Let's start with our game. At least I have that one pulled up and ready. This one's pretty easy because we are basically just going to be shooting what they tell us to shoot. They're going to tell us like 4 cubes or however many cubes. So just a little review of what you kind of were just learning. A cubic unit is a cube with edges that are 1 unit long. So all of these, instead of 10 like they were talking about in the video, all of these are only 1 unit long. The number of cubic units needed to fill a solid figure is the volume. So this one, the volume of this particular little shape here is 3 cubic units. Yeah, and we're gonna kind of finish with this pretty soon, Tyler. I know we're getting close, but okay. So I need to shoot the shapes with a volume of 4 cubic units, and it's pretty easy since all of the sides equal 1. It's easier this way. So everybody say, you could just oh, let me unmute you. You could say yes or no. Should I shoot it? Is it 4 cubic
Yeah.
units?
Yes, you can either
Yes.
or the next one next to it.
What about this one?
No.
Okay. What about this one?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
You got them all. Perfect. Okay, now I need 8 cubic units. Say yes or no.
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 No. No.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
No.
Yes.
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 Next one
No.
over.
Oh, look at this one
No.
carefully.
Yes. Yes. That's more than 8. So.
Perfect. Now we got them all. Okay, let's play maybe one more. 10 cubic units.
Oh, this is easy.
Yeah. It is easy to find the volume when
No.
each side equals 1. What about this one?
Yes.
Yes.
No. No.
No.
There's 4 on top, 4 on bottom. That's 8 plus 2 more.
It's yes.
Yes. Yes.
Good. Four.
Yes.
Okay.
I think.
Yes, because you can see there's 4 right here underneath those 2, and then 4 more, and then the 2 on top.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about this one?
Yep.
That
Yes.
one.
Yep.
Okay, bye, Tyler. And actually, we are pretty much to the end of our session anyway. So I just kind of wanted to give you a little taste of volume. But mostly we were working on elapsed time because that's probably the hardest skill. Any
Yes.
division problems that you've come across lately that you would like to see before we go? Like long
Uh,
division?
no.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
If you come across something, don't hesitate during the week to email me that question. Or I just want to show you
Email.
guys so that you don't forget right here on your agenda. I always send it out early and I say if there's something you came across during the week that was hard, or maybe you would just like to see it a different way, just type it right here. Type the problem and we'll work on it together. Okay? All right. So next Monday is going to be kind of fun. Monday is the 17th, and we are going to get together and we're going to do kind of like a Jeopardy game review of a lot of things you've worked on so far this year in math and in reading. And then we will not have a VC on the 20th, which is next Thursday. Too many people are going to be out of town already. So Monday will be fun though. It'll be kind of like a game day for you before winter break. Okay? You guys can turn on your webcams and say goodbye to each other.
Sayonara.
Bye. Have a fantastic
Bye.
weekend, everyone. Bye.